Welcome to Huntington, West Virginia and Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home to the thundering herd of Marshall and one of the toughest places to play in all of college football. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. So Georgia State's offense will go on the attack first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like...
Breaks into the open. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Mills. Turns it on in midfield. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Takes it from the gun on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out fast. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on second and goal. They'll run play action, using the quick game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on third down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Oh, the attempt is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. So Marshall's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Off play action. Fires to the right. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The Thundering Herd needing a ton of ground to get it to that first down marker. Under fire! And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
Marshall will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time. There he goes. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his man. It's Robinson. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Murray. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They'll try to slam it in. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, here's an interesting decision. It's early in the game. Do you want to be aggressive and try to seize momentum and go for this? Or do you just take the field goal and take the points?
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. And the try is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And, man, this one's getting off to a slow start, trying to get some points on the board, and the dreaded doink. And listen, points at a premium right now because nobody scored. But, man, that was inches away from being really good. We're still tied 0-0.
The give to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Emmanuel. Here's the pressure. Irons on the move. Complete to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Wants to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's short. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Buckley. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Flips it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. Back to pass. It's Emmanuel. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets in the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
And that is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They've been able to move the ball, but the kicker has let them down. They had missed field goals, and you wonder now if you get in plus territory, do you just go for it on 4th down?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Now the play fake. Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down and run. And he'll be smacked to the ground. The Panthers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
The defense was all over it. They know 3rd down, the quarterback could be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And man, this kicker is now 0 for 3 in this game, guys. 9 points. He's cost his own team. You got to wonder what his confidence is like right now.
Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Rushes on him. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking for a man. It's Emmanuel. And he just threw that one away. Safe move. Didn't see anything. Lived to play another play. Marshall needs a near miracle on this 3rd and long. From the gun. Wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. The give on the option. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Grab behind the line. It's Rourke. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got his man, makes the grab. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Leaves it with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. They'll go hurry up here. Dropping back, it's Emmanuel. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Marshall will be forced to punt. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the wideout. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Sets up the screen. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Just enough time to get off one more snap. They'll run the counter. Makes it past the marker. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Huntington. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones C. Edwards Stadium.
Ready to start things here in the 2nd half. Georgia State about to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Emmanuel. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, this game really has turned into a defensive struggle, and both defenses right now are just absolutely dominating. That time, nice job using his pass rush moves, getting to the quarterback, and they just look like they cannot be blocked right now up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Punt is on its way. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Here's a heat. Got him downfield. Into the secondary on the right. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Panthers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the 3rd quarter. Sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trendsetter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They're up by 8 over Missouri. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Scanning the field, it's Emmanuel. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. To the air on 2nd down. Keeps it going. Under fire. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Mills. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the field goal unit is going to give it another try. The old college try. Just keep kicking. Surely one will go in. It is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Emmanuel. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. From the gun, the running back has it. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes into 39.
And listen, the quarterback drops back and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rides the back on the option, the give. Turning it on. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll do it himself. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. From the gun. Release to the back. It's complete. Pulled down for the tackle. Working well behind the sticks on second down. That's caught. It's Roy. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Panthers line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Emmanuel. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. Breaks into the open. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Now it's 2nd and goal. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. 4th and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Under fire. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia State. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
What a play by the quarterback. What an effort. It looked like he was in a lot of trouble. 4th down, nobody open. The pass rush is getting to him, but phenomenal athleticism. And you just can't coach that, right? He's able to get to the outside and run that in for a touchdown.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Off the play fake on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him. And he gets the sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Marshall will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He takes it at the 45. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. The run from the shotgun. He breaks a tackle. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here's the handoff. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the wideout. Looking for room. It's Murray. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So here comes the field goal unit again, and this phase of the game has been an absolute disaster. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Emmanuel. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Robinson. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Throws toward the end zone. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. They'll go to the ground. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Rourke. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. And he'll be brought down. And the Panthers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Going for the marker on the ground. And that is how we will wrap this one up. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.